What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update as we're now seeing things coming crashing down on the set of MSNBC, better known as MSDNC. Joe Scarborough has proven himself not to be enough. He starts to yell and scream whenever he's trying to get his point across or get the lies across to his audience. It's not working anymore. His audience just flat out doesn't believe this guy. So they're calling in, reinforcements. They've got Hillary Clinton coming forth, trying to get that message out, and the lies, try to gaslight their audience into believing that this guy Joe Biden is more than capable of running our country. And it's not working. It's absolutely failing in this next clip. I'm excited to get to the update to see exactly how Hillary Clinton is trying to, redirect this whole Joe Biden train. So we get straight to the clip and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. Definitely stick around to the end. So let's get my thoughts on the back end. Also, so YouTube pushes this video out, definitely stick around until the end, you guys. But let's get straight to the clip. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Let's get into it, y'all.
Delusional, hysterical. Joe Scar Tissue has Crooked Hillary on his show. And they're projecting once again all their plans as they tell you what Trump is going to do, including some of the things that should be so obvious to them that it applies to themselves, like trying to jail an opponent and trying to shut down their businesses. They say Trump's going to do that to them, even while they do it to Trump. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. And we're mocking Joe Scarborough, who's sitting there just with his arms crossed, super over serious, as veins are about to blow out of his head because Mika Brzezinski isn't right next to him where he usually has her close enough to backhand her as soon as the cameras turn off. Watch this interview with Joe Scarborough and unhinged, conspiratorial Hillary Clinton.
A determined demagogue, unfortunately supported by members of his political party, other enablers.
She calls us enablers. Enablers, that's a therapeutic abuse word, made only for postmodern squishes. So you can ignore it. This is therapy talk, guys.
People who care more about a future tax cut than the sanctity of the Constitution.
You also care about raising taxes more than you care about the sanctity of human life.
Are falling in line behind him. They are trying to excuse some of the most outrageous things that you just recited. And I don't think the press has done enough.
The press hasn't done enough to blight Trump, to go after Trump. Where has the press been overly complimentary of Trump? Where has the press been as easy on Trump as they've been on Biden? Nowhere. And this lady's going like, pull harder, media, MSNBC. You have not buried the needle anymore. The needle done broke off of MSNBC's gauge. It's sitting there rusty in the ditch. There's no needle even there to push anymore. It's so far buried for Biden.
Back in 2016, we didn't have interviews with him. We didn't have a track record of 4 years in office. There was a lot of speculation. And, I understood that people wouldn't take what I said necessarily as gospel about what I thought could happen.
I wouldn't take, even if you presented the gospel, I'd probably question it. Who knows? She'd probably use the Message translation. Let's be honest about this. But now she's saying that Trump's track record should be really clear that he's a dictator. No, he created jobs. He kept inflation down. He kept the border secure. The world fell into line behind him in not trying to open up 3 wars like we have on the brink with Joe Biden.
That someone who says these things, maybe he wouldn't jail all of his political opponents. One is one too many.
Jailing political opponents. Who right now has 5 lawsuits against him where they're trying to jail Trump? And she says that's what Trump is going to do to his opponents. So Trump might do to the Democrats what the Democrats have already tried to do 5 times, including 2 impeachments, by the way.
Maybe he wouldn't try to force out of business the members of the press who didn't agree with him. One is one too many.
Who tried to force Trump out of business in New York? Once again, what Trump, they're saying that what Democrats have already absolutely done to Trump in shutting down his business, they're afraid that Trump might do that back to them. See, they know deep down inside what they've done to Trump. And now they go, it's his turn. And that's what they fear. And if Trump does shut down their business, if Trump does try to jail an opponent, just know that at the very least, it's justice. It's what you did to me, I'm doing to you. Okay? So it's tit for tat. It is not like he invented some new form of going after them. This is all stuff they've already done to him.
And maybe this would be our last election, because someone who will not accept the validity of an election is someone who doesn't believe in elections. He believes in his own power, his own right to power.
And it was Hillary Clinton herself that called Trump an illegitimate president. Same with Stacey Abrams. Same with Hakeem Jeffries. I can go down the list of the Democrats that question Trump's presidency, calling him illegitimate. And talk about this is our last Democratic vote. It's the Democrats that are wanting to have the illegals vote. 10 million illegals vote. They voted on it unanimously in Congress yesterday. So just so you know, the big threat on democracy is coming from the Democrats. They're projecting it onto Trump because they know what they deep down really want to do. And they think you're stupid. They think they can just call names on Trump and, you'll believe it. Of course, if you're watching MSNBC, then yeah, you probably are that naive.
My question to you is, what is the history that we can draw on from women who have fought for our rights before to get ready for the fight ahead?
It's a great question, and I'll quote that line from the finale anthem, progress is possible, not guaranteed. Every generation has to keep alert and diligent. Not every generation necessarily has to fight, but this one does.
Okay, she used the fight word. This generation has to fight. Now, when a Republican uses that word, if Trump says fight and hold a fist in the air, they say that is violent rhetoric. And right now, Hillary just said it is time to fight. That's a cue, again, to the Democrats, the Palestinian protesters, to rise up in violence against this guy. They're sending out what they call a dog whistle.
If you are someone who has a religious belief about abortion, then pursue your own religious beliefs. That is exactly what this country allows you, in fact, wants you to do. But that doesn't mean that you or any of your male allies get to impose your views on everyone else, every other woman in this country.
What about how you impose your views on the unborn? Or why don't we just say, I know that you, Hillary, you have a religious view for choice, that you think it's okay to destroy that. That's a philosophical belief. But you have no right to impose your view of choice on the unborn. Who imposes it more, especially on the female unborn? Who's the most dangerous to Black unborn females in New York, where they have a 50% extermination rate?
But the final thing is the cruelty
Yes.
that is being exercised and celebrated.
Nothing is more cruel than to remove someone's life before they draw a breath and even get a name. And that's your whole party's state bird. That's what turns you guys on. Yes, it is cruel. And yes, it is celebrated by your side. There's women who brag about the number of that procedure they've had. To Democrats, it's like it's their code of honor. And of course, this has to be argued against in our culture. I argue for life. That is all unborn life is who I fight for. I am a abortion abolitionist. And I just think you may disagree, by the way, but there is not a rational argument for why you should destroy the life of an unborn innocent human being. That's my position. You're welcome to argue it in the comments below.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. For those of you who want to go over there and give that a look, also for you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. Got Hillary Clinton hitting town on MSNBC, MSDNC, ruining things for that guy Joe Scarborough. Come on, this guy Joe Scarborough is already losing a grip on his audience. We've been seeing him over the past couple weeks, flipping out frantic, and screaming to get his message across. His shouting fits have been how he's been, keying into his audience that he's telling the truth, when we all know that that's how we know he's lying. He doesn't have anything, any hard evidence or facts. So what we've been seeing as of late is Joe Scarborough sitting there screaming at, the camera for his whole segment, trying to get his point across. Everyone else is trying to figure out what this guy is saying, because Joe Scarborough is making no sense. None of his points are, getting across to his audience. And this is half the reason why we're seeing so many people, jumping ship, hopping from the left, coming over to the right, or not even hopping from the left. Sometimes they're just coming over and, supporting Donald Trump, because they can get behind, saving America and making America great again. They can see, that this guy Joe Biden is harming our country, running us into the dirt. And despite what they see Joe Scarborough screaming on their television set, they're still going to hop aboard and, believe Donald Trump's message, because he is the one telling the truth. He is the one being politically persecuted for telling the truth, with all these political witch hunts that have been brought about against Donald Trump. And as soon as Joe Scarborough's derailed train was about to crash, MSDNC invites Hillary Clinton to waltz into town and save the day. If you guys know me and watch my channel, you all know that Hillary Clinton gives me the creeps with her evil nature, and she just doesn't stand for what's right. We all know her word holds no merit. She is nothing but lies and gaslighting. And that's why MSDNC feels so comfortable calling her in. She is like the reinforcement, the staple to get, the left's propaganda out there. If it's not working, with their main players, they'll get her in there, calling the reinforcements like Hillary Clinton to get out there and try to clear things up for the left. And that's exactly what we've seen here. MSDNC calling in Hillary Clinton to get Joe Scarborough's derailed train back on its tracks. Did not work this time, because everyone can see straight through these lies. She's projecting everything that the left is doing onto Donald Trump, saying that, he is going to jail his political opponents. This is going to be the last election. We all know this is lies, guys. If Donald Trump actually does, come and seek any type of, retribution against these folks that weaponize the Department of Justice against them, it would be justice, guys. I mean, there is nothing wrong with that, because the fact that they've came at him so hard, he has to teach them the lesson, or else they'll come back at him again. It'll come around full circle and it'll hit the next person, and it'll be 10 times worse. So he has to make an example out of these folks. And they're just scared of what's going to come, because they know Donald Trump will win later on this year, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. We're seeing the panic. This is pure panic coming from the left. And that's why we're seeing this gaslight and projection show that we're seeing from Hillary Clinton on MSNBC. Definitely hop in the comment section though, guys. Really believe that the left is at its end. They really believe that Donald Trump is going to win. Now they're hopping on board. Despite all the TDS blinders, they can see the truth now, and it's loud and clear, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button and share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible, guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. Doesn't cost one thing, guys. Hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next week.